It's time to connect up the brakes and bleed the system. I made a bracket for the brake fluid reservoir to place it in the front next to the fuel tank. It's a two-circuit brake master cylinder, so therefore the reservoir also has I filled up the brake fluid reservoir, so let's see if we can vacuum bleed the brakes. Yes, opening the bleed nipple might help. I kept checking if the level was sinking in the reservoir, but nothing happened. I wanted to check if the brake pedal was adjusted correctly, but found out that the master cylinder push rod was the wrong length. It was too long and therefore constantly pushing in the master cylinder, and therefore no brake fluid would flow. So for now, I completely removed it to get on with the bleeding. Some brake fluid started to get to the vacuum bleeder bottle. But air was pulled through the thread of the bleeder screw, and it never got to a state where it could draw a bubble-free fluid. So I fixed the master cylinder push rod issue and went back to the old school pump the pedal method. Being alone in the garage, I found a wooden stick I could pump the pedal with, and then squeeze it into the metal of the steering wheel to maintain pressure on the pedal while bleeding. relatively fast. All bubbles were gone. I turned the brake adjustment screws all the way in, but no matter what I tried, I couldn't make the drums rotate freely. So there was no way around it. I had to take the drums off and inspect what was going on. It was clear that the brake pad on the left sat deeper in the groove of the adjustment screw than the one on the right. These screws have an asymmetrical groove, so if turned 180 degrees, the brake pad doesn't sit correctly. This was wrong on both sides of the car. I guess that's one of the joys of taking over someone else's project. While the drums are off, I might as well clean drums and pads, in case some brake fluid dripped in during bleeding. After this correction, there was no problems adjusting the brakes anymore. The bleed order is rear right, rear left, front right, and then front left. So with the rear brakes done, it's on to the front brakes. I undo the calipers to move them up, so the bleed screw is at the top. The front brake lines are very short, so it doesn't take much effort to bleed the front brakes. Later, I realized that I couldn't get enough brake pressure because my pedal travel was shorter than on a Beetle. So I changed the master cylinder to a performance master cylinder, which had the brake fluid reservoir sitting on top of it.